My name is Sid Beast, and you can call me B. And welcome back to some more Winter's Wish. Yay. Okay, I think, yeah, first choice. We're gonna do Kunitaka's route. So it will be study. Oh wait, I don't think it matters, but whatever, let's do this. This is... While wandering around the base, I discovered a place that looked like a study. It seemed that this was an archive used specifically by the Oniwaban. Maybe they're working here? While thinking that, I peeked into the back of the room. Soup? Ah! Oh! Wrong guy. Oopsie doopsie poopsie, and also left my thing on. Need to remember to stop doing that. I was met with Tomonari, who was researching something whilst buried in documents. When he noticed my arrival, he cheerfully smiled and gestured for me to come over with his hand. I really like this part of Tomonari's personality. I've already heard about the situation, so have you decided which district you want to be assigned to? The truth is, I'm still not sure. I asked him to wait until tonight for my answer. I see. Well, how about Samurai Town? Huh? Kunitaka and I are assigned to Samurai Town. Since we'll be in the same district, we could help you out immediately. Besides, wouldn't it be easier for you to work in an environment with someone you're used to? And we can spend more time together, too. What? What you on about? His overly forward demeanor made my face go beet red. Tomonari always sounds so casual, I can't tell if he's serious or joking. So, should I really be in charge of the same district as Tomonari? It's true that he's the closest person to me in the Oniwaban. But... Thanks for asking me, but could you just give me a little while? A little while? Why? It gave me all this time, so I want to use it to ask others for their opinions. Each district seems to be different in its own way, too. I understand. If it makes it easier for you, I could tell you about my past assignments. Could you? Of course. Except, in Samurai Town, where we basically only have patrols, and I'm always with Kunitaka. The only time I participated in a special assignment was when I went to get you. Huh? Really? Yeah, I woke up as a vessel about a year ago, so I'm still considered a newbie among the Oniwaban. Oh, I see. And watching back through, like, the intro thing, like, it's like she's, like, holding an object or something, but I don't know. But, like, I know they talked about him feeling like they know each other somehow. So it kind of makes me think that... Oh, I forgot what it's called. Dictionary, help me, dictionary. The... form folk. That is, he's like her form folk or something. But it's something about, I don't know. I just know somehow these two need to have a connection, because of course they do. I found that easy to believe. In fact, when I saw the Oniwaban interacting, Tomonari felt distant from them, almost strangely silent. Maybe because he himself couldn't quite grasp what separated him from the rest of the Oniwaban. That's why I think I'd understand you the most. There's a lot of difficulties when you're new, so I think you'll have an easier time with me. Oh, Andrew, be careful. I'm taking care of my boyfriend's cats, and one of them is climbing up all over my computer. No, you can't do that. So I also recommend Samurai Town. What an amazing pitch. Considering how much trouble I've had with relationships in the past, I was intensely swayed. Tomonari looked at me and, as if he remembered something, took an item from his Natsuki charm. I figured you already heard about how vessels are formed, but you've never actually seen a tool, right? This is the tool I was born from. Yeah, I'm thinking it's like her tool or whatever. It was a beautifully maintained Einro case? Einro case. Small case designed to carry medicine and other items in. Its base was a glossy bronze with gold and scarlet flower patterns drawn over it, but it seemed to have been broken in the past, as I could faintly make out marks that looked like repaired cracks. I feel like I've seen this case before. I wonder why. What's wrong? Nothing. Nothing's wrong. It's a common enough pattern, so maybe I'm mistaken. Is this alright? To show me something as important as that? Isn't this a vessel's weakness? I know, but I figured it's alright if it's you. But I don't think you should ask the others to show you theirs. Even I don't know what tools the others were born from. Alright, I'll be careful. In other words, just as humans had human etiquette, it seems vessels have their own set of rules. They may look like us, but those rules were something I definitely wanted to keep in mind. Speaking of Tomonari, do you not remember anything from before you became a vessel? No, nothing. So you don't know how this Einro case got in the hands of the shogunate either? That's right. Typically people give them to the shogunate, or the shogunate buys them on the market. That's probably how they got my Einro case too. I see. Oh, sir. I just noticed the index. Guess that was, yep, it was always there. I'm just not very observant, apparently. Even though he knew nothing about his past, Tomonari looked completely unfazed. Like Miyagi explained earlier, perhaps he didn't think about it because his heart and very ability to doubt had been sealed away. I felt a faint loneliness at how Tomonari could talk about himself in such a detached way. This is about as much as I can say. Did it help? Yes, more than enough, thank you. You're welcome. Tomonari then gave me his usual calming smile. However, interacting with someone so kind had raised a question in my mind. Hey, I've been wondering about this, but why do you care so much about me? That is a good question, Soup. You even invited me to join you and showed me the tool that you were born from. A vessel wouldn't do those kind of things normally, right? I don't know about the other vessels, but I did it because I just wanted to. Is it like an instinct? I'm not sure. This is the first time this has happened, so I don't really know. Maybe I want to be with you because I want to understand this feeling. Have you ever thought that way before, Soup? That's... He stared at me with his crystal clear eyes, and I couldn't help but feel flustered. There was a part of me that couldn't fully deny Tomonari's words. But I suppose that got nothing to do with the matter at hand. You should choose whatever district you'd prefer to be assigned to. What? You're the person who's deciding, not me. I respect your decision, whatever it is. I hope you work in a good location. Right, thanks. What is this sense of unease I'm feeling? Just when I thought he was asking something of me, it was almost like there was this wall. Almost like he was putting distance between us. Is this what a vessel is like? I said my goodbyes to Tominari and left the study. After that, I walked around the base alone. There should be one more person in the base. Where should I go? Veranda. What was over here again? I tried to walk around, relying on my memory, and ended up in the veranda at the very back of the mansion. I hadn't noticed when I looked around yesterday, but the garden seems well looked after. Wow, that's a pretty garden. Sunbathing here would feel amazing. Kunitaka Tojo. Yep, now it's him. Oh, it's just you, Soup. As I continued to stare out at the veranda, Kunitaka called out to me from behind. It seemed he had heard my voice and come out of the room. Did you finish talking with the captains? Yeah, it's just I'm still considering where my assignment should be. I see. Well, it's not easy to make such an important decision so suddenly. Alright, in that case, Big Bro Kunitaka will help you out. Sit over here, Soup. Tojo sat down at the veranda and patted the ground next to him with his hand. Right. I copied him and also immediately sat down at a spot he designated. So, what part of all this is troubling you? I'm not sure which district is right for me, just from listening to the explanations. I do know which area has the strongest blightfall, or where they appear the most, but in other words, it's difficult to picture yourself actually working, so you can't decide. Yes, that could be a part of it. In that case, just leave it to me. If it's about missions in Samurai Town, I could be more than capable of telling you whatever you need to know. That being said, Samurai Town is the same as any other district. All we do is collect intel and exterminate any blightfall that appears. But, as you might have heard from the captain, it's full of samurai families here, so collecting information can be pretty troublesome. For starters, you can't even talk to the people in a powerful samurai family unless they like you. So if you end up being in charge of Samurai Town, you'll have to start from learning basic etiquette. I see. Well, you think you can do it? To be honest, I'm a little nervous. I don't know the first thing about samurai etiquette. Well, everyone starts out that way. But don't worry. If you join our team, I'll take responsibility and look after you. He's so reliable. I'd had this impression for a while, but Tojo was always optimistic and kind no matter the situation. Even when Tominari did what he wanted and acted aloof, despite his complaints, Tojo still accepted him for who he was. He really was a good mentor. Maybe I'll feel less worried if I go on assignments with someone like this. What's that? In that moment, a small shadow flew out from the back of the room. The shadow skillfully hopped around as it came in front of me and... Oh my god! He's so round! Look at him! He's so round! Look at you, little Barbie. playfully spread its 2 wings like it was greeting me. A sparrow? It's so cute. Sparrows. Oh, wait. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. I forgot something important. I am so stupid.
Komame, why did you come out? I told you that the outside is dangerous.
Tojo extended his hand, but the sparrow flapped its wings and used them to elegantly dodge him.
When did you learn to move like that? Then I'll circle around.
Not to be outdone, Tojo reached his hand out in the direction the sparrow was moving, but...
What? You're reading my movements? Alright, I get it. You can stay, but don't go out into the garden.
Do I have to keep cheeping, or can I keep... He goes.
Yeah, turn that sucker up.
Cheep. Tojo gave up and put down his hand, and the sparrow calmed down immediately. That was an amazing exchange. Does it understand what we're saying?
Jeez. You're aggressive as usual.
Is this bird your pet, Tojo?
Yeah, well, in a way. Her name is Komame. Found her about a month ago with an injury, and I've been taking care of her since. The injury itself is fully healed, but for some reason she still can't fly, so I have no choice but to look after her.
Ah, so that's why she's hopping around. She seemed perfectly fine, but it would be difficult to live in the wild if she couldn't fly. She's so cute. I love her. Thinking about it in a way, I couldn't help but feel sorry for precious Komame. There, good girl. I thought I turned on her voice. Nani? Am I stupid? I feel stupid. Why aren't you chirping, Komame? Oh, there it goes. There, good girl. I patted her head with my fingertips, and Komame narrowed her eyes in satisfaction. Not only that, she nuzzled her forehead against me, as if to reciprocate. Ah, she's so adorable. She's so cute.
Enjoying yourself?
Huh? Ah, I'm sorry. You must want to touch her too.
Don't worry about me. She doesn't like me at all.
That's not true. The two of you were having fun playing around just now.
That wasn't playing. It was her doing her best to avoid me. Watch this. Alright, Komame. Come nuzzle me just like how you're... Hey, where are you going?
She definitely doesn't like him. And then, after losing his chase against Komame, Tojo lay face down in the hallway with a disappointed expression.
I'm starting to think she'll never like me.
It's just a coincidence. Please don't be so upset.
I'm not upset or anything.
Yeah, he's totally upset. But I wonder why. It's kinda cute. Tojo gave off the impression of a reliable older brother, but I never expected that he would have a side like this. No, he's a vessel. He could just be acting out with this kind of personality. Guess I better head off. Oh, come on, May. I'm going to leave now, okay? What? He's doing the portrait! Look at these people! Sorry, Kuritaka, she's ours now. Kamame jumped onto my shoulder, all the while flapping and spreading her wings as if to proclaim that we were inseparable. Didn't look like she was going to leave me anytime soon. Tojo?
Seemed like she really taking a shine to you. Why don't you go ahead and become Konami's owner?
Wow. Cool. New pet. What? Well, you're the one who's been taking care of Kamame, right?
Well, yeah, but you just arrived in Edo, so wouldn't it be better if you had someone to talk to? Besides, if I told her to stay, she wouldn't listen to me. Kamame, do you hate me?
Kamame, you shouldn't chirp here.
See?
Poor Tojo. I understand. I'll take on the responsibility of raising Kamame. And so, I had now officially became the owner of a pet sparrow. Alright, I successfully talked with Tomonari and Tojo. I'm glad to make your acquaintance too, Kamame. I did feel a little bad when I thought about Tojo, though. If I go show him Kamame every now and then, he'll definitely won't worry so much. Now then, let's go meet the other Oniwaban. From here, the entertainment district should be the closest. I immediately made my way to the entertainment district. This place is as lively as ever. I definitely could see how it could be as rowdy as a festival all year long. Where should I go first? Again, I don't think it's really... I think you're going to have to go everywhere anyway. Yeah, it's just the first choice. And then Main Street. So yeah, we are going in order. Gotta do everything. The theater. This is where Kinji is working. Kinji. He should be around here or some... Oh my god, oregano! They got the zoomies. This is where Kinji is working. He should be around here somewhere. With that in mind, I quietly peeked into the theater house. But... there's no one here. Could it be their day off? In that case, where's Kinji? I wonder if he's doing work for the Oniwaban. Upon reaching that conclusion, I turned on my heel and prepared to leave. Then suddenly, I heard a sound from the back of the theater house. Oh, it's him. What voice did I give him again? I strained my eyes and stared into the back. It seemed like someone was sweeping over there. I could only see their back, so all I could tell is that they were a man. Are they someone tasked with the maintenance here? You might know where Kinji is. Excuse me? There's something I want to ask you. Hey, Kinji. Yes, what is it? Kinji? To my surprise, the person was Kinji himself. I was dumbfounded at the unexpected turn of events. Oh, it's you. What is with that dumb expression on your face? It's nothing. I just didn't think that an actor like yourself... Oh, that was loud. I just didn't think like an actor like yourself would be cleaning. I'm also a member of the Kikuraya? Raya? Of course I'd clean. Kikuraya. The guild name shared by kabuki actors within this troupe. They put on various performances in a theater located in the entertainment district where Kinji plays the female roles. Now then, what's your purpose for coming here? Did you come here to be teased again? No, I just wanted to ask you about assignments in the entertainment district. Ah, now that I think about it, they did say you were deciding on your assignments. While saying that, Kinji blankly stared outside of the theater house. There were so many people walking about outside that it was hard to believe the theater house could be so quiet. Perhaps, knowing that it was a day off, some townsfolk were doing what I did earlier and peeking inside. Come to the back. People might hear us if we talk here. Yes. Oh, isn't that Kunitaka's sparrow? You ought to be quiet too, darling. I firmly held on to my bag so that Kamame wouldn't fall off of it, and lightly running, followed after Kinji. Over here should be fine. Kinji guided me to the dressing room where we first exchanged greetings. But unlike when I came here the last time, no one was around except for me and Kinji. I'm the only one working today, so we can have a leisurely chat here. Have a seat. Thank you. After Kinji made me sit in the room, he even prepared tea for me. Then while holding his own cup of tea, he sat in front of me without making a sound. Now then, what is it you want to hear about? Should I ask questions that will help me learn about the missions and the entertainment as well? Should I ask questions that help me learn about the missions in the entertainment district and not just Kinji himself? I mean, I should. That wasn't a question. Oops. In that case, I heard that a lot more Blightfall appear in the entertainment district compared to other areas, so it's difficult to work in. If that's the case, why are you working in the entertainment district? Since I come all the way here, I want to work properly as an Oniwaban, and I didn't want to hold anyone back. If I needed some special talent to work in the entertainment district, then I wanted to know in advance. Isn't it obvious? It's because I have the aptitude for it. Aptitude? You've heard that a vessel's origin is a tool, yes? In my case, the owner of the tool was someone deeply involved in matters of entertainment. So, I inherited those traits. As the district is filled with entertainers, I'm perfectly suited for working here. Wouldn't you agree? Right. Well, I'm also curious about the owner of the tool. Tomonari already warned me against that, so I won't ask. But even if you had aptitude, isn't it difficult to work as a kabuki actor while also doing missions for the Oniwaban? How are you finding the time? In my case, it's the opposite. If I do work as an actor, I naturally end up fulfilling my missions as well. Firstly, industry connections and shady gossip go hand in hand. I don't even have to go looking for those. Secondly, by standing on stage, I can observe many people all at once. It gives me a fantastic view of what the audience is doing. Since Blightfall are born from human malice, predicting a Blightfall source of origin with all that information is like child's play. No. Truly a method only a kabuki actor could come up with. Genji's answer was precisely what I wanted to know. But because of that, one problem became quite clear. But it could be difficult for me to work in the entertainment district since I have no experience in entertainment. Even if I started that sort of training now, I have no idea when I could be useful. What are you talking about? You have the power of the Hakuseki clan, don't you? Huh? If you can't perform, then there are other ways to contribute. It'd be foolish of you not to even consider that fact. I'm sorry. It's fine. Tell you what, the next time there's a performance, why don't you come onto a stage and hide in the background? That way, you'll be able to easily see the audience's threats, wouldn't you? What? On the stage? His plan was solid, but I couldn't so easily accept Kinji's suggestion. I mean, even if I'm hiding in the back, if I can see them, doesn't that mean I'd be clearly visible from the audience? If I did that, I could disturb the play. Worst case scenario, I could get banned. No, wait. Kinji came up with the idea, so it would be rude not to at least try it. Before that, how in the world are we going to explain this to the theater house members? Why are you taking this so seriously? Just so you know, I was joking. Huh? Women aren't even allowed to be on stage in kabuki plays. Is that so? I figured that'd be common sense, but knowing something so trivial? Not knowing something so trivial? You must be quite the dunce. You're so nice. It seemed as I was completely played for a fool. Genji looked on, seemingly satisfied at my frustration. He drank all of his tea in one swig, like an ass. Now then, since we're done with our tea, it's about time we clean up. Oh, oop. The second Genji put strength into his fingers, the cup broke with a clatter. My. Such fragile cup to break from just being held. I have to clean up again. From just being held? Yes, is there a problem with that? No, nothing at all. Normally a cup wouldn't break from just someone holding it, right? Didn't seem like it had any cracks in it either. Maybe he's really strong. It could have been that he was cleaning earlier because he broke something. But a cup breaking? That would be some insane strength. Even with those questions in my mind, I could never give voice to them. After giving Kinji my thanks, I ended up leaving the theater house. Alright, that's one person I've talked with. To meet with the other person, where should I go? Main Street. Anyway, I should try walking down this path a little more. It seems like this is the road with the most people. I might run into someone along the way. Kamame, make sure you don't fall off. Actually, since it's dangerous on my shoulder, maybe you should hide in my belongings. After those preparations, I continued walking leisurely down the main street of the entertainment district. Of course, to avoid being targeted by thieves, I held my belongings firmly with both hands. Now that I see it, I can understand why the entertainment district has the most Blightfall. I mean, no matter how you look at it, this level of activity is not normal. But without the entertainment district, no one will be able to vent their frustrations from the Blightfall attacks. When you think about it that way, it seems difficult to balance preventing the appearances of Blightfall with preserving the citizens' peace of mind. Otaro. What's up, Pinky? Today's special is basket weaving. You can see that that famous artist at work? Entry fee is a mere 32 mon. I cannot speak. Frick. Mon. type of currency in circulation during the Edo era. 1 ryo equals 4,000 mun. 12 to 14 mun could buy you a bowl of noodles. Cool. Hey, it is you, over here! Come take a look! We got some amazing stuff! As I thought about the Blightfall, I encountered Totoro, who was calling in customers in a loud voice. Oh good, I found him. But he's working right now. Is it alright to talk to him? I couldn't do anything but observe from afar while holding on to my belongings in Komame. And then... Soup! Then Otoro happened to turn around, made direct eye contact. He noticed me. Ah, Otoro, What are you doing here? Were you coming to see me? If you did, I'm super happy. Why? But before I could say anything, Otoro ran towards me. I felt surprised, as well as a little taken off guard, by just how blatantly happy he seemed. Did you finish talking with everyone? Wait, did you get assigned to the entertainment district? No, not yet. Thought I'd decide after talking with everyone. You're taking things pretty seriously. In that case, work with me. We'll have so much fun if you came to work here. I know lots of good restaurants, stores where you can go, I know a lot of good restaurants, stores where you can go all out. I'll show them to you. Thank you, but I really want to think it through before I decide. Could you give me some more time? I see. I'm sorry, I got a little bit overexcited because he came here. Upon my rejection, Otoro lowered his head dejectedly and looked sad. He's easy to read. Way too easy to read. Yes, if I had to compare him to something, it'll be... Otoro, you're a little like a dog. Where'd that come from? A dog? How so? Wait a second. I'll prove it to you. Squirrel! I shifted my belongings into one hand so that I wouldn't drop Kamame. Extended my other hand towards Otoro. Otoro? What? Shake! Woof! What? And Otoro, even while tilting his head to the side, gently placed his hand upon mine. That action was undoubtedly that of a dog. See, I knew it! Otoro, that obedient part of you is super dog-like. Really? Yeah, Otoro, you're so cute. So I nodded fiercely. Wish mine could nod. It just looks like I'm bouncing. Wow. Nodded fiercely. Otoro lowered his hand down with a complicated expression on his face. Hey, that's not something a guy should be happy about, right? I mean, I guess you're complimenting me? Ah, right. Boys don't really get happy when people call them cute. Did I say the wrong thing? Dude, you fucking called him a dog. Considering how I've been constantly on edge since this morning, this kind of casual interaction was a relief. Well, whatever. Back to the topic at hand. If I tell you about the entertainment district, then that means you might come here, right? Yes, there's definitely a possibility. Cool. Any questions? Ask me anything. That suggestion is super helpful. I'll start from the basics. Okay, Otoro, what do you normally do on missions? Basically, I collect information while calling in customers, like I was doing just now. To the public, I make a living by working as a barker for a show He's a barker. For a show tent. A tent act that charges a fee to view either unusual items, performances, humans, or animals.
Other than that, I also verify the information that Kinji gathers.
So if I were assigned to the entertainment district, I'd also have a cover-up job like you and Kinji?
Well, who knows? You're a complete amateur, so unless we're really dire, I don't think you'll be asked to do anything like this. Your main job will probably be patrolling while using your ability to see threads or something.
I see.
Hey, can I ask the next question?
Yeah, sure.
Soup, before you came to Edo, were you living in the mountains, right? You were living in the mountains, right? What was your life like?
Well, and so I explained everything to Otaro. About how I had been living in a rundown village by myself ever since father died 3 years ago. About how I had been ostracized by the people from the village in the foothills.
That's horrible. Man, this is totally not cool.
After I finished, Otaro was incredibly angry to an almost obvious degree.
I can't believe they would do that to you just because you have a slightly different power. At least you were able to get away from those guys, and from now on, we'll have your back. So if something's up, you can always tell us.
Thank you. I didn't think that Otaro would be so empathetic towards me, so I was taken aback, because apparently his personality is a dog. No, his heart has been sealed away, but it almost seems like a lie. I just can't think of the vessels as tools.
By the way, what's your mother up to? You didn't mention anything about her in your story because she's dead.
Yeah, my mother died when I was young. I don't remember her very well.
Wait, sorry. Was I not supposed to ask? I'm pretty bad at gauging things like that.
No, it's fine. Hey,
Hey, Otaro! What are you slacking off for? The customers aren't coming in at all. Shoot!
We heard an angry yell from the show tent. It seems that he was Otaro's boss. I'm sorry. I was talking to you for a while you were at work.
Nah, it's totally fine. I'm sorry I wasn't able to tell you that much about the entertainment district. But you should consider it, even just a little bit. You're a really cool person, and I'm super interested to get to know you. See ya.
With those parting words, Otaro dashed off. Otaro is really straightforward in a way that's different from Tomonari. The realization hit home as I watched him leave. I talked to both Kinji and Otaro. That means the last place is Castletown. Let's go talk to Kuga and Yoji. Kamame, you should stay here just in case. It'll be awful if you got lost.
Sure.
After walking for a little bit, I finally arrived at my final destination. This place is really fantastic. The amazement I felt when I first came to Edo was coming back. I can't believe it was only yesterday. I felt deeply moved by its sights, breathing a sigh of appreciation. Now then, where should I look first? Again, I don't think it matters, but I'm gonna check just in case. Doors! Maybe I should go somewhere I haven't gone to before. Upon deciding that, I began walking down a path lined with stores. When I look around, there sure are a lot of different stores. A tailor, a shoe store, a toy store. Is that person over there? Oh, it's Mr. Grumpy Pants. Yoshi, hello! Ugh. I saw a familiar figure from behind and called out to them. Though he made a blatantly irritated face at me. I won't let that make me feel bad. I won't feel bad. Yoshi, are you in the middle of a mission right now? You're carrying so many things. I was just buying things for work. This has nothing to do with a mission. Shoot.
Wish I remembered my shit.
Yoichi. Yoichi.
Hello, my name is Sippy Sing. It says, what? Whatever seat you. Tea stall.
I was just buying things for work. This has nothing to do with a mission. Is this for your cover job? Yes. Hearing that, I remembered Kinji and Otoro. Just like them, it was probably common for Oniwaban to have a public persona and lifestyle. So, what kind of job do you have, Yoichi? Liquor store. Liquor? Do you make it or do you say it? Sell it, I mean. Both. I see! It seems like it's a lot of work. A lot of things to do. Not really. The conversation ended in an instant. Holding a conversation was a lot easier when everyone else was around. Am I maybe not welcome? I'm sorry for talking to you when you're on the job. You must be busy. Wow, self-awareness? So impressive. Anyway, why are you talking so politely? We're basically the same age. If you talk to me like that, we're gonna stand out. Can you stop? What? You're also 19 years old? What are you talking about? I'm a vessel. That'll be impossible. Talking about our physical appearances. I understand. You're doing it again. Sorry, Yoichi. Though he nodded at me, Yoichi still looked like he was in a bad mood. He's always in a bad mood. It seemed that he was, in a manner of speaking, a rather honest person. What? Stop staring at me. Sorry, I was just thinking that you're pretty expressive. You're a vessel, right? Your heart is sealed away, but the face you just made kind of felt out of place. That? I was simply reacting based on your words and expression. Really? Then, even when we're talking normally, you're thinking about all sorts of different stuff. That's right. Vessels who are nice to you know you want them to be nice, so they react accordingly. In contrast, I know that if I use this sort of irritated attitude, I can get back to work faster. It has nothing to do with my mood. I see. I couldn't understand the logic behind it, however, hearing it anew made me feel an indescribable emotion. Still, that's pretty similar to a human. Huh, how? I mean, humans fake laugh when they're not happy, or fake cry too. When you think about it that way, vessels are no different than humans, aside from the fact that I can't see your threats. At that moment, Kamame, who should have been hiding my belongings, leapt out. Kamame jumped into the air and landed right on top of Yoichi's head. Look at her. Plop. What? Kamame! What are you? She can't be thinking about making those fast movements. She can't be thinking of making those fast movements like she did with Tojo. Girl, Boreal. Huh? Immediately extended my arms to get her back, but I noticed something strange. Kamame was hopping around here and there on Yoichi's head, but she was holding back quite a bit. On top of that, she was even rubbing her forehead against Yoichi's like she had been with me. In other words, Komame was showing affection! You cheater! Yoichi was too, for some reason, accepting Komame's behavior, like nothing was wrong. Yoichi, you seem perfectly fine with this. I'm used to it. This usually happens when I meet an animal. It'll get satisfied after a while, so it's easier to let it do what it wants. I can see that. This is Tojo Sparrow. Oh, this is Tojo Sparrow, right? This happens all the time, so it's not a big deal. Always? Then you're Komame's favorite. Don't know. Don't care. He said it with such finality, but judging by how Komame was still showering him with affection, it was pretty obvious. He seems cold, but is he really that mean of a person? Father used to tell me that animals are attracted to kind people. Ah, Komame, welcome back. Satisfied? Then I'm heading off. Oh, right, thanks. Yoichi then walked off without a single glance in my direction. Alright, that's one person I've talked with. To meet with another person. The other person, where should I go next, row house? If I'm going to look for someone, I should visit the row houses. Upon deciding that, I continued walking down the street. Ah, there are children playing. Everyone seems to be having fun. And in fact, the mothers are socializing. I wonder if they're in the middle of doing housework. Compared to the other districts, it really feels like other people are living here. Seems to be a simple school and a dojo too. Temple School, an educational institution that teaches reading, writing, and arithmetic to the children of commoners. That's probably why it feels more comfortable here than any other districts. Ah, there's a lot of people gathering over there too. Let's go check it out. What? I assume it's that guy.
What are you doing here?
Just as I turned around, someone lightly tapped me on the shoulder. Yep. Startled, I looked up and saw Kuga standing there. Kuga! Thank goodness I found you.
What? Were you looking for me? Were you deciding on your assignment with the captains?
Well, yes, but I wanted to talk with the members of the Oniwaban before deciding. What were you doing just now, Kuga?
Patrol, of course. My cover job is working as a castle watchman.
Castle Watchman, a job title within samurai families, an organization within the Edo Shogunate Civil Service that carries weapons and guards their lords. Castle Watchman? I just read the glossary, and you need to do it again.
A castle watchman is typically a samurai who defends the castle and daimyo mansions, but I'm the exception and am in charge of defending Castle Town. It's similar to a patrol officer, but patrol officers have more limits to on what they can do. However, as a castle watchman, I can keep my privileges as a samurai while also freely working in the Oniwaban.
Sweet. Wow, that's very convenient. If that's the case, wouldn't it be easier for everyone to operate as a castle watchman?
Not necessarily. Unless we have someone close to the townsfolk, we'll be missing a lot of information. At the end of the day, I am a samurai. It's difficult for me to pry too deeply into townfolk's lives. This is especially the case in places like the entertainment district. That's why we need people in jobs other than samurai.
I see. It's true. Talking to a samurai is nerve-wracking, so it would probably be difficult to engage in light conversation. Truth be told, I also tensed up when I first met Tomonari.
But then there's one advantage to remaining to remaining a samurai, even in public.
What is it?
I can always carry a sword.
While saying that, Kuga placed his hand on the 2 swords at his waist. What's a wakizashi? Wakizashi and Itachi. The wakizashi is one thing, but carrying a tachi was only allowed for samurai and those in higher standing.
We vessels cannot use the snow sacrament without a sword, but as I have one, I can deal with Blightfall immediately. Aside from me, I assume you saw the 2 from Samurai Town also carry swords as samurai.
So how do the others Oniwaban fight when the Blightfall appears?
If they possess a wakizashi, then they deal with it as such. Then they are in a situation where they lack even that, then they can use a nearby helper's sword to fight. So, in order for an assignment to run smoothly, we need both the samurai and civilians. So that's how...
Oh, so that's how it is. That's how it is. My conversation with Kuga, I felt my understanding of the Oniwaban deepened again. But I still had one particular question. So if I officially join the Oniwaban, does that mean I should also be training?
Why would you?
I was told there were no need for me to fight, but I think I might be a hindrance if I don't train.
Oh, that's what you meant.
What do you mean?
There's no need to worry. I'll always protect you.
What? Those words were so unexpected and could have easily been mistaken as a confession of love. Not in this context, hun. Oh, yes. This was the first time a man has ever said something like that to me, and my heart beat faster. And then...
You're only Hakuseki, aren't you? We cannot lose someone as important as you.
I guess it'll be good for her to learn some self-defense, like... what girl went through this somewhere? The, Hakuoki girl. Chizuru.
What's wrong? Why are you making such a strange face?
No, it's nothing. That gave me a shock. Of course that was the reason. I knew it would be, but that was a little bit embarrassing. After talking for a little bit with Kuga, we parted ways. Bye, Kuga! After successfully meeting with Yoichi and Kuga, I started walking towards the Oniwaban base. It's already this late, I should hurry back. But Edo has so many streets that look the same. I'm not sure which to take. Was it this one? What?
Yeah.
Oh no, I wasn't paying attention and I crashed into someone. I apologize. Are you alright?
She's pretty. No, it's my fault. I'm sorry for spacing out.
The person I crashed into head first appeared to be a woman. She stumbled slightly but looked at me with a steady gaze. Huh? But as soon as my eyes met hers, the woman appeared shocked. In that same moment, I also felt something like nostalgia spreading from the bottom of my chest. Could she be... Soup? Ah, it really is you, Soup. It's been so long. The woman hugged me tightly with tears in her eyes. Her threads, which represented shock and the bewilderment at first, gradually turned into a loving pink. Taken aback by her sudden actions, I could only stand there in surprise. I never thought you'd grow up so big. You're practically a young lady. She can't be Mommy, right? You were still a child the last time I saw you. Ah, your hair whirl is right where your bangs are. Right, you have your hair whirl here. It was always difficult to comb your hair for you. Come. She clearly knew information that only I should know. In that instant, I pried the woman off of me. Of course not to make her go away, but to get a good look at her face from the front. Are you Miharu? Miharu. That's right. You finally realize it's me. You turned me into a form folk when I was just a simple Oki cord. Oh, so she does have some. So she could make, like, I guess she could have made multiple form folk. You turned me into a form folk when I was just a simple Obi cord. You remember this Obi cord, don't you? Ah, that's... As soon as I saw the Obi cord Miharu had, a vivid scene played back in my mind. In the past, I broke the village rule, and I turned my favorite Obi cord into a form folk. Game's struggling. Okay. Munenori, could you come here next? I want to check the soil conditions. Alright, I'm coming. I knew there was something different about you when you saved the village's crops. If you weren't around, Mune, I wouldn't even know how to plow my own fields. That's an overstatement. I'm only doing what anyone else could. Oh wait, I think that's Dad. Oh, come on, don't be so modest. Why is it struggling? At the time, Father was still healthy and alive. Father was well liked by the people of the village and was always the center of attention. Now that I thought about it, they still gave me supplies even when I was ostracized because of Father had contributed so much to the village. I always secretly watched from the inside of the house, sulkily playing with my Obi cord. Father sure is popular. I wish I could become like him. But all my friends hate me now because of the threads. Suddenly, bright threads poured out of the Obi cord I was playing with. The Obi cord fell from my hand and floated gently up into the air, almost as if it was being fished up by a thread from the ceiling. At the same time, light began to gather around the Obi cord. It morphed and squished like clay, and began to take the form of a human. At first it turned into a child no bigger than me, then into a mature adult man, and finally... Hello there, little lady. It's so nice to meet you. If it's alright, could you give me a name? The woman smiled cheerfully and handed me a brand new wooden tag. That's why it was the first time I met Miharu. But, though it was nice at first, I have to admit it was pretty difficult after that. Since that village forbid my kind, I couldn't just come out and be like, hey there, I'm a form folk. In the end, I think we pretended that you were a distant relative of Father, right? I'm so sorry about that. Oh, it's fine. Even if it was only for a little while, I got to live with you as family. But it sure was a surprise when we were found out. I can't believe I accidentally showed my wooden tag. I can still remember the face of the village chief made. His eyes were so wide. I thought they were going to fly out, like this. Saying that, Miharu widened her eyes to their limits. What? Did the village chief really make that face? He sure did. I guess humans really do have bad memories, huh? Sorry. Form folk actually have the ability to completely remember the things they hear and see. As in Miharu's case, they can even remember events from years ago as clearly as they happened just yesterday. From their perspective, we humans are the ones afflicted with the curse of oblivion, or so I've heard. Curse of oblivion. Another way to say forgetting. Form folk can retain their memories, unlike humans who are born cursed to forget things. Over time, form folk who value their memories of being with their owners above all else can only see it as a curse. Then, have you been living in Edo ever since? Yeah, there are a lot of places to work here. Oh, right. I'm currently working at a tea stall in Castletown. You should come by sometime. I'll give you something on the house. Yes, that would be lovely. but Miaru pursed her lips in a rather dissatisfied manner. Is something wrong? You can call me Mimi like you used to, you know? You don't have to speak so formally. But... Is it right for me to call her that? I wasn't able to protect her at all. Oh, honey, I don't know what you're thinking, but you worry about things too much. We were able to see each other again, after all of these years. That's a good thing. We're friends, right? Mimi. That's right. That's how it should be. I nervously tried the word out, and a wide smile appeared on Mimi's face. Just being able to see that expression made my heart feel lighter. Anyway, where's Mininori? If you're here, then that means he came to Edo with you, right? Oh, Mimi, you don't know about that. I wasn't able to immediately answer Mimi. You asked me that so innocently. 3 years has passed since Father died. I still wasn't sure how to answer in times like this. Is he not with you? No, actually, he died from an illness. Is that so? It must have been really tough for you. You really did your best. With that, Mimi gently hugged me as if to comfort me. She didn't pry for more details. I could feel a mature sense of kindness from that. If anything happens, you can come to me anytime, okay? I'm your older sister and we're family. Don't you ever forget that. I could do nothing but nod at those warm words. Aww. After saying farewell to Mimi, I hurried back to the Oniwaban's base. I'm sorry for being late. I've returned. There, Kiyoshiro and the others were waiting for me. Of course, I didn't think they were waiting the entire time. They had lightly completed another mission before assembling again. Have you talked to everyone? Yes, everyone seemed busy, but they let me speak with them.
Good, that's good. That was the part I was a little worried about.
Then you made your decision, right?
Yes. At that question, I remembered the events of the entire day. Though their methods were all different, I had a conversation with everyone. Now, I finally felt like I could think for myself and give a clear answer. I want to work in... Okay. Oh, can I... Oh no, I can't save here! Well, we're going Kunitaka, so obviously we're doing Samurai Town, but I wanted to save it. Because it's supposed to be the common routes. Like, you can, like, oh, I finished this, I can... Screw it. Samurai Town. But yeah, I'm gonna end it here. Since it's been like a little over an hour. And yeah, it's been a while since I played it, so it's nice to be back. But I hope you enjoyed. Sorry for... I know it's... I am dumb brain. My brain dumb. It's been very chaotic lately, but I still wanted to record stuff. But yeah. Hopefully I'll see you next time. Bye.